All right, welcome inside Flames TV Live. It is brought to you by Original 16. The postgame show is on the air following a highly entertaining hockey game against the New York Rangers. The Islanders were in town Tuesday night. Rangers come in, back-to-back New York teams. I'd say it's fair to say, Sarich, a couple of different feels to these games compared to a couple nights ago. But, man, this game had some chances, and we were talking about the highlights, or at least – the highlight packs started to add up quickly in this hockey game. There was a bundle of chances both ways. And once again, in another different way, the Calgary Flames find a way to get a victory here, 3-2 the final tonight. How do you summarize a game like that tonight?
I've been trying to wrap my head around it because there's just so much that happened tonight. But again, back to your original comment, during that Islander game, we could barely find anything to talk about. And then I'm running out of paper in the notebook here for this one tonight, but
Lots
it
of
was
loose leaf tonight.
The Calgary Flames have to be so excited about the start that they got off to tonight. They came out full throttle. They got a team that had some travel troubles getting here. They were delayed a little bit, the Rangers coming in, only got a morning skate in today, didn't get a practice yesterday. Flames jump all over them, and it was basically all Flames for the first 35 minutes of this game. The only Ranger that you really saw out there through those first two frames was Lafreniere. He was pretty darn good. He had some of the chances. Dustin Wolf probably had 4 or 5 sort of point-blank looks at him, but his team did a great job of getting some sticks on some of those, disrupting them, doing a great job of just not letting pucks get to the net. And all the ones that did get to Wolf until that probably 15, 16-minute mark in the second period, he made the saves on. So, again, then if we just fast forward quickly to the third period, they traded chances. They went back and forth. Both goalies made great saves. Got to give Igor Shesterkin a little shout-out, because if it wasn't for him tonight, it could have been a long ways back for his team. So that we saw some world-class goaltending on both sides.
You nailed it there. And, by the end of it, 49 shots, just one short of 50, and not for a lack of empty netted opportunities. That would have been the 50.
No,
we'll get that one.
We just have Craig Conroy, who just walked by, and he's like, we didn't want to get the fourth one.
No, it was that was tougher. That was tough. We'll look at those chances after. Let's show you the ones that did find the net first, because there was some good ones here tonight. Then we'll show you the ones that just missed late stages of this hockey game. That would have made life a little bit easier down the home stretch. But here's how it started. And, you mentioned the first period, and it was, utter dominance, really, in terms of the possession and the chances. And finally, Matt Coronado buries his 6th of the season.
Yeah, and that's a professional shot right there. That isn't a fluke. That's not. He knows where he's going. He gets a little bit of a window, and he absolutely buries that puck. And nice to see Matt's little streak of good fortune continue, and you know what? He's earned it. He's played hockey the right way recently, and he's showing up on the scoreboard now too.
Yeah, that was a really nicely placed shot. Coronado makes it 1-0 after 1. This is the second period where it kind of continued. It snowballed from the first to the second. Power play opportunity and make it 2 straight games with a big power play goal.
Conversations around the power play, maybe that one that was happened in the third period last game versus the Islanders that caused the comeback. It was great puck movement. They've changed up their personnel. They look crisp in the last few practices, and again, they had 4 or 5 power plays tonight that looked really, really good, the Calgary Flames, and it's been a little while since we've been able to say that.
Looked like the Flames might run away and hide at a couple of different points in the second period, but the Rangers showed some life, and there's Lafreniere. You talked about him in the first period. He gets that goal in the second here to kickstart things for the Rangers.
Yeah, Dustin Wolf had his number most of the evening tonight, and that one right back on his tape. Not a lot that Dustin can do there. I think he got a little piece of it, but again, he got 4 or 5 looks. He's going to get 1.
Well, and then there was a bit of a delay. The Calgary Flames called the timeout. They were looking at challenging something, didn't do that, saved the challenge, and then instead, when the puck got dropped, it was the Rangers that tied it 16 seconds later on a beautiful redirect there by Will Cooley.
Yeah, Miller gets that point shot through, and not much Wolf can do on that one. That's a tough bounce. That's a very difficult save to try and make.
Well, and layers of traffic there. You see Cooley comes up into the high slot. He's also got DC in front of him there too, but it was Cooley that gets the tip. Well placed.
Yeah, very, very nicely done, and that's a young guy that's been picking up some points for the Rangers lately as well.
Yeah, no question. 7th goal of the season for Cooley there, and 15 points overall this season. But the Flames find the go-ahead goal, and this is the game winner. Connor Sarich, we talk about him every single night, and finally he got one to go.
Well, if you want to mention in the last 10 games the guy that has probably had the most quality scoring chances night in and night out, it's number 47. And I don't care how this one goes in. It might have gone off Capo Caco's stick there, off the crossbar and in. He's pretty excited.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I'm pretty excited for him because he's deserved it with all the opportunities he's had lately.
Yeah, no question. Well said there because, yeah, we bring him on in. Here we get Dustin Wolf sitting in right now as we speak. But great to see. Maybe we'll get Dustin to pick up that conversation too, because we were just talking about the big smile on Connor Zary's face as that puck finds the back of the net. You know him well. You've played with him for a long time. How good did that one feel as a teammate and a good buddy to see one finally pop for Connor? He's been all around it.
Yeah, I mean, he's hit how many posts now?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
You know what was crazy is as he was driving, I was like, maybe he tries to go short side shelf. And I don't think that's how he planned it, but like I think it went off their D-man stick and
up
up
a little bit.
We'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Maybe he was thinking it. Maybe that's maybe he was manifesting that to the
I've
top
seen him
part.
do it before. So.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Sarich, you had something for him?
Yeah, so tonight had a little bit of everything. I mean, you guys came out hot. You had a little bit of standing around to do. First period, you did have a few chances. Then you kind of had that lull where your team was really taking it to him. How do you keep yourself engaged when the game is just a little bit lopsided tonight like it was for your Flames?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game for us in terms of, shots and shot quality. And, for myself, I just try to think about it as one shot at a time. And, those games are, tough for a goaltender, but at the same time, like I got to watch from my paint the boys go to work. And, that was probably one of our best efforts of the year. And, we'd love to see some more of that.
Yeah, and how did it feel tonight getting that win with your idol sitting there with a front row seat? That had to be pretty cool.
Yeah, I caught myself looking over a couple times, and that's a guy I've watched growing up for so many years, and would have loved to have seen him down in the pipes at the other end, but tip your cap to their guy. He was outstanding.
Well, I was just going to say, it was kind of just a masterclass at both ends here tonight. I mean, what is that like when you're seeing a guy make those saves at one end and obviously you're taking care of your business at the other end? You must enjoy, nights like that as a goaltender.
Yeah, it's fun to go out there and battle, and
Yeah.
he's certainly one of the best in the game, and it's fun as a goaltender watching him where he makes everything look so easy. That's the stuff that every goalie strives for, and to see it first class at ice level and see him do his work, and then be able to do mine and ours work and able to come out the win. It feels pretty nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to put a little suggestion in Huska's box tonight that the boys work on empty net chances tomorrow? Maybe.
Yeah, that was kind of funny to watch.
Oh, was it ever?
I was having some negative thoughts in the back of my head after that one, but every time they rimmed it, the crowd was kind of hyping me up to shoot it. Maybe I shoot it next time.
Hey, I play the odds, right?
Yeah,
I think
they were playing some zone defense at the end there. They dumped it in, and I look up, and I don't know if they had one guy on our side of the red lines.
Yeah, it was
it was a bizarre sequence.
Yeah,
there.
we're going to take a look at it later too, just because we could hardly wrap our heads around it.
Yeah, it was great. A weird statistical anomaly on the last four wins, all four of your last wins, every game, 29 shots against. I don't know what it is about the number 29, but something's feeling good about 29 so far, I guess, here, the last four.
We'll take the wins any way they come.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, no question. Listen, appreciate the time. Unless, Serich, you got anything else for me?
No, just a compliment. Wonderful performance tonight. Well done.
Thank you. Yeah, it's fun to watch, bud. Really good stuff, and appreciate you taking the time to join the desk.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Dustin Wolf, 29 shots against, again here tonight, 27 saves tonight, and obviously a sensational performance. Flames get the victory. Once again, 3 straight on this homestand, and we'll just keep piling them up and taking them any way they can get them. And let's go inside the locker room now. Let's get some feedback, some reaction from Jonathan Huberdeau, who I think, was that, you said Huberdeau is inside the room?
Yes.
Perfect. Let's hear from Huberdeau. He was one of those missed empty netters, but 500th career assist tallied up here tonight for Jonathan Huberdeau.
What, pray tell, happened there?
That's
Like,
embarrassing.
exactly the way you drew it up.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. Yeah, I think I tried to sauce it, try to make it pass at the net instead of shooting it. And obviously he goes inside post and wide. Sure. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I feel bad for Naz. Easy 3 points. But, we got the win. Well, let's change subject here.
And you got the 500 assists. How did that one feel?
Yeah, it's good.
Especially on that game winner, right?
Yeah, it obviously took a while, to get that one. But, it felt good obviously on the game winner. Thought we played a good game, early, and then they scored, 2 good goals. But stuck with it again in the third period and got a nice win.
What can you say about Uyghur kind of looking the forward off there and then finding you like pretty sick pass?
Yeah, I mean he's a great player. I mean he's unbelievable. Give him a shout out to make Team Canada. I mean I think it's the time to do that. He's such a good player. I mean he plays hard, all around the game, and deserves it. I think played a hell of a game and got 3 points. It's huge.
What about that goal from Sarich? Pretty nice move.
Yeah, that was nice. I think he caught it in his pants, and then he kept going. And obviously, he's been missing a lot of chances lately, and he scores that one that has a small hole, and deserves it too. He's been playing really well since the beginning of the season, and hard work pays off.
It's kind of a theme, isn't it? I mean, 500 you mentioned took a while to get there. Sarich, he's been all around it. You guys have been on, and you're staying in these close games. It's just this perseverance that you kind of see individually and as a group. You see it that way. You kind of stick with it.
Yeah, and when you do that over and over, I think it stick with it, and I think we come, even if they came back after the second, we're a confident group, and it shows when we come on in the third. We know we're a good third period team, and we showed it again tonight.
And tonight you were a good first period team too, right?
Yeah.
I know that probably went a long way.
Yeah, probably one of the best, first period all year. So I think we're all over them. Obviously, it's tough to play like that 60 minutes, but I think we did a pretty good job and came up with another win.
It felt like one of those nights that you could have kind of said, "Oh, geez, we ran into a hot goalie." So for a group that had been struggling to score, like what kept you guys going, but what did you keep doing right to make sure that you'd finally get one past them?
Just stick to it. I mean, I think we know he's the best, one of the best goalies in the league. So I think he made some really big saves to keep them in the game early. And but we know if we keep going, I mean, eventually he's going to break down, and that's what happened.
How does it feel, Jonathan, knowing that the power plays started to get you guys some time to get goals?
Yeah, I think we changed, went to 2 units, and I think execution's better. I think it's quicker, and we're more predictable, and that's what we wanted to do. So I think it's good. I think both units are having chances, and that's what we wanted. So let's keep it going that way.
What's going through your head as they talked about your hand pass there on the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it could have been a hand pass, but I guess it's deflection. I didn't know that rule, so I tried to catch it, and it went through my fingers. So good bounce. I mean, we needed that one, so that was good.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Covering a ton of ground there with Jonathan Huberdeau, and obviously big smile. He gets his 500th career assist. That's great stuff. Nice play by Sarich, and then talked a little bit about the hand pass, or what the Rangers thought was a hand pass. It turned out to be a hand deflection. But before, at the very start of that, he was talking about the sequence at the end of the game, and that would be the empty net misses, which we talked to Dustin Wolf about. So we just thought we'd just show you. Instead of describing it, it's better just to show it. And
Visuals.
Visuals are always important in this sequence, but this is the first one, and this one's only wild because of where it ended up.
Breaks the guard on the side of the net, or else it was broken and it filters its way in there.
That thing's not coming out even if you wanted it to come out. And then this is the one where Huberdeau, I think he said he tried to sauce it into the net, but
It just wasn't a very flat shot, that's for sure. He's got a little something on it.
then
Couple
Kadri's is
big
blocked.
saves.
Yeah.
And then I
Coleman's
think
blocked.
Huberdeau gets involved again here very near the end. One-timer, Mackenzie Uyghur, and Huberdeau just about loses his chiclets. So,
Unbelievable.
he had quite the sequence there in the end. The puck was everywhere, but it absolutely would not go in that net.
No, the force field return to the front of the net. And we were just talking because I know it's been a storyline about trying to produce offense, trying to get more goals. Happy with how little they've allowed, but that's now 14 straight games where they haven't scored more than 3 goals in a game. That would have been the 4th, naturally.
That's what makes it actually so enjoyable to sit here and talk about it, because it's just, it's crazy that it didn't go in.
Yeah.
And then there was after the one that hit the post, it was transition for the Rangers going the other way, and you just,
take a deep
you
breath.
don't want to see what we could think could happen. So, and they weathered the storm.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny now because it's a win.
Yes, we can laugh about it now.
That's why it becomes funny. And they're finding ways to get victories, regardless of how many they're scoring. They're scoring as many as necessary, you could say that. And
Timely goals, we said.
Timely,
Not
yeah.
quality, not quantity.
100%. And, you know, Mackenzie Weegar, that one didn't go in as a shot because it almost caught the head of Jonathan Huberdeau. But he had 7 tonight. And, you know, I wanted to talk a little bit about him because didn't know if he was 100% going to get into the lineup here tonight. Ryan Huska said this morning he expected him to play, but obviously dealing with something after that game on Tuesday night. We probably assume it's the block shot early in that game, but here he is just grinding out the minutes and playing a big role in this hockey game here tonight.
Yeah, and it's not easy as a player. You're nursing an injury, just trying to feel better, trying to get yourself ready to go for the game. He had 2 days. He didn't skate for 2 days. And what a bounce back performance, right? Some guys might be a little rusty after not being on the ice for a couple days, but he's throwing the body around. I think he had a pretty important block against it. I know Rasmus Anderson had one for sure.
3 block shots. So
couple of heavy clappers, which you don't often see anymore.
Yeah.
And three assists,
3
3-point night.
assists.
So
yeah,
maybe should suggest a coach will take a couple more days off and get ready for the next one.
Take a couple of those options. 22:56 time on ice too, and so he was an absolute warrior tonight for the Calgary Flames and played such a massive role in this hockey game and obviously gets the job done. And you know, another guy we saw at the end, obviously Weegar gets the assist on the Zary game winner, but you know, and again we heard Dustin talk about it, but you got to feel good for Connor Zary just because of how much he's generated over the course of this season. It just feels like he could have, 10, 15 goals already, and obviously finds again the timing and the quality of that one.
Yeah, if you went back and you took little clips of him from each of the last, like I said, a dozen games, he has had probably the Flames' best scoring opportunities. Last game, he had a tip from Sharon Govich that just goes over the crossbar. And a lot of his chances have been memorable, and it's been from him creating as well. Like, look at the passing going on with this line, and he gets a little chance. Walks right in here tonight and hits the post.
Yeah.
And just, completely snake bitten until late in the game, and it's nice to see that balloon burst for Connor Zary.
Absolutely, and such a big goal for this team. Obviously, they go into that second period, and you feel, just listening to Yegor Sharangovich describe it, they feel really good about their game, but yet you're still tied 2-2 and have to, grind away another victory in the third period.
The thing that was most impressive for me last year when we were talking about Connor as a rookie was his poise with the puck, right? And he's had it again this year, and he's been building on it, and he's used that poise to maneuver and make moves in tight spaces and get these opportunities. So it's nice to see it turn out to be something tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, another night where, Coronado gets it started, Zary finishes off, so you get those young guys who are producing, and that's got to feel good for the lineup as well. I'd be curious to see, what the takeaways are for the head coach. He's headed to the podium right now. Let's listen in on Ryan Huska, get some reaction from him post-game here tonight.
It's kind of nice is it to see Zary get rewarded for a pretty good start to the season.
Yeah, Connor and Sharon tonight. I thought it was a good night for a lot of players and our team. I liked our game. There was a few stretches where we got a little bit loose and we gave them a little bit too much space, but all in all, it was a good night for us.
Was that your best first period this season?
Well, shot-wise, if we're looking at it that way, yes, for sure. I think we've had some good ones. But I think when you look at complete game, that would have to be one of them for us. There was a stretch, like I said, about 5 minutes where I thought we got a little bit loose with our checking details. But other than that, we were really pleased with our effort tonight.
Back-to-back goals in 16 seconds there. You look like you might have been looking at something on the first one. Can you kind of take us through what happened there?
I thought it was a high stick. So usually you get a few feeds that come in from the truck after a little bit of time. So we took the time out to try to see if we would get something that would give us a better look at it, because it was pretty hard to tell if it was. I mean, anyways, no other feeds came in, so unfortunately we used that time out at that time, but it just wasn't something that we felt comfortable calling.
And then the goal happened 16 seconds. Yeah. What are you thinking? What did you like about how your team responded?
We were pretty sure we were going to come out the right way in the third period again. We've done it all year long. And I think you look at the older players, our room was noisy. It wasn't really a big deal to them, so I was pleased with their approach and how they kind of turned the page and got ready for the third period.
What can this group, with a power play that's starting to produce timely goals, what can that add to this team?
Well, we've talked before about it. Your offensive players
when they're feeling it 5-on-5, when the game's going their way, they get onto the power play, they move the puck firmer, they move it more efficiently. They're much better players because they like where their game's at. And if we can get that the way it's been the last couple of games for us, those players are going to start to feel really good about themselves, and starting to see that over the last little bit. And we need it to continue because it feels like a broken record, but we're always going to be in close games, and we need penalty kill and our power play to be difference makers. And you look at tonight again, that was for us.
And how would you maybe summarize that performance you got from Mackenzie Weegar tonight, knowing he's been off his skates for a couple days and something's likely bugging him?
Yeah, I loved Mackenzie tonight. I thought he was great. He was competitive. He played with pace. He moved the puck well. Kind of the bigger the game, I feel like you get better games from Mackenzie. So I thought he was excellent tonight.
Pretty special to see. For Huberdeau's lobbying for Lindsay to be on Team Canada.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a possibility?
I would lobby too. I'm pretty high on him. He can play the game on both sides, and he's a competitive guy, the type of guy you want in a short tournament like that. So I'm in his corner for sure.
Pretty special to see Huberdeau get his 500th assist tonight.
Yeah, I mean it's what he's kind of been known for, and it's nice that he was able to get that with us on a goal that meant a lot here tonight. Okay, thank you guys.
Cheers to another season of great times and great taste. Celebrate things done well. Original 16, official beer sponsor of the Calgary Flames. Must be legal drinking age.
All right, welcome back inside our Flames postgame live, brought to you by Original 16 here tonight as the Calgary Flames continue their 4-game homestand tonight, being Hockey Fights Cancer Night, a beautiful ceremony, or pregame ceremony here prior to the hockey game tonight. Got a chance to catch up with Steve Blake as well, a pro golfer. Had a chance to visit with his journey. Says he's feeling good, so good to see him here at the Calgary Flames game tonight, and hopefully back on the golf course come summertime. All right, Brendan Parker alongside Cory Sarich, and obviously a huge win here for the Flames on a night where, once again, they find ways to get the goals they need to win a hockey game, and now you're staring down a Saturday afternoon game and a chance to go 4-0 on home ice. And, maybe just a thought as we kind of wrap things up tonight about how difficult they have become, or how difficult this building has become for visitors to come into. It seems like, if you're coming into Calgary now, you're expecting to play a hard, grinded-out type game and not get a lot of chances.
Yeah, they're gaining some traction in that department, the Calgary Flames, and I'm sure it'll be talked about. When I was looking at their little home stretch here, and especially these three games with the Islanders, Rangers, Wild, like you look at the first one, like, yeah, the coaches won't say it, and I'm sure the players won't say it, but it's kind of like that's got to be a must win because the Rangers are a talented team. I think they're more talented than New York Islanders. And then you've got a team that's really buzzing like the Wild, who's kind of got everything going this year. They're getting great goaltending. You got Kaprizov. So it was like, let's make sure we get the first one. Well, now you get the second one. Let's finish it off. Yeah. Let's keep going. Yeah. And the best thing is it's been quality hockey from the Calgary Flames. They have been tight checking. They haven't given up a lot. They've cashed in on a few of their opportunities. So it's been a fun little ride here. It's been good hockey and good to watch.
What's been interesting is, as the season goes on, and it'll be endless through an 82-game campaign, there's always going to be things that creep up in your game that you're, have to look at or correct. And, early on it was starts, and then that seemed to have sorted itself out, and we're talking about one of the best first periods they've played all season. And then, then the emphasis kind of became about special teams, and, slowly but surely work away at it, and you get a couple of big ones. It seems like this team is paying attention to certain things in their game and to their credit have been able to address and to a certain extent at least fix.
Yeah, for sure. And it's come through the work component. Yeah. Always gets it done. It doesn't matter. You can talk about like who's not having success, who's this and that, and what does it always come back to? It comes back to your work ethic and your application, and they've done a nice job, and I think they're truly playing for each other inside that locker room, and that goes a long way as well. When you get some chemistry within your locker room, it can do great things, right? I've experienced it before. I've been in disjointed locker rooms where guys are maybe a little concentrating a little bit more on their own individual accolades, points, different things like that. Right. But when you get guys that are just trying to grind out wins anyway, and sacrificing for it, it becomes pretty apparent, and you can see it on the product on the ice.
Yeah, well said. And it was fun to watch tonight. Both ends. Igor Shesterkin was phenomenal at one end, faced 49 shots. Dustin Wolf continues to stand his ground at the Calgary Flames net and make it 4 consecutive wins for him here on home ice, and 3 straight on this current homestand. It was a big 3-2 win. Knocked off both New York teams on consecutive games here at the Scotiabank Saddledome. An entertaining one here tonight as they look ahead to the finale of this 4-game homestand against the Minnesota Wild. An afternoon game, a 2 p.m. puck drop against the Wild here on Saturday before they head back out on the road. But momentum building inside the Dome. It's been fun to watch. Matt Coronado scores. So too does Connor Zary in the game winner. And once again, Dustin Wolf playing a starting role in his 3rd straight start. Thanks for watching Flames Postgame Live, brought to you by Original 16. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon.